Hello there. I had an idea recently. I decided it would probably be an okay idea to make a video where I found a website that had jokes on it and read the jokes to you. Just brace yourself for some pretty bad jokes. Good luck. Alright. First, teacher. Kids, what does the chicken give you? Student, meat. Very good. Now what does the pig give you? Bacon. Great. And what does the fat cow give you? Homework. I see. Next. My friend thinks he is smart. He told me an onion is the only food that makes you cry, so I threw a coconut at his face. Prime joke making right there. What happens to a frog's car when it breaks down? It gets towed away. I might need a doctor to come over soon. Jeez. Okay. What did the duck say when he bought lipstick? Put it on my bill. Okay, that joke is just too old. That's been used too many times. That sounds long. Teacher, if I gave you 2 cats and another 2 cats and another 2, how many would you have? Johnny, 7. Teacher, no, listen carefully. If I gave you 2 cats and another 2 cats and another 2, how many would you have? 7. Let me put it to you differently. If I gave you 2 apples and another 2 apples and another 2, how many would you have? 6. Good. Now if I gave you 2 cats and another 2 cats and another 2, how many would you have? 7. Johnny, where in the heck do you get 7 from? Because I've already got a freaking cat. That's awful! Oh my god, okay. This is getting scary now. Is Google male or female? Female, because it doesn't let you finish a sentence before making a suggestion. Wow. I might not even be allowed to put that on YouTube. That's offensive. Okay. Reaching the end of a job interview, the human resources officer asks a young engineer fresh out of the Massachusetts Institute of Technology, "And what starting salary are you looking for?" The engineer replies, "In the region of $125,000 a year, depending on the benefits package." The interviewer inquires, "Well, what would you say to a package of 5 weeks vacation, 14 paid holidays, full medical and dental, company matching retirement fund to 50% of salary, and a company car leased every 2 years, say a red Corvette?" The engineer sits up straight away and says, "Wow, are you kidding?" The interviewer replies, "Yeah, but you started it." You really didn't need to go that far. That was way too far. That joke could have been so much shorter. Mr. and Mrs. Brown had 2 sons. One was named Mind Your Own Business, and the other was named Trouble. One day, the 2 boys decided to play hide and seek. Trouble hid while Mind Your Own Business counted 1 to 100. Mind Your Own Business began looking for his brother behind garbage cans and bushes. Then he started looking in and under cars until a policeman approached him and asked, "What are you doing?" "Playing a game," the boy replied. "What is your name?" And the officer questioned, "Mind your own business." Furious, the policeman inquired, "Are you looking for trouble?" The boy replied, "Why, yes." See, that reminds me of a joke that people used to say when they were younger about, 3 guys that got into a car crash or something, called Manners, Poop, and something else. And, Manners, Poop, and Mind Your Own Business or whatever. Where it was like, Manners, Poop, and Mind Your Own Business. Oh no, it was Shut Up, not Mind Your Own Business. We're driving down a road, and then Poop, crashed the car and flew out onto the highway. And then Shut Up called the police officer, and then the police officer said, "What's your name?" And then he said, "Shut up." And the police officer went, "Hey, that's rude. Don't Don't say that to me. What is your real name? Shut up. Okay, where are your manners? And then he said, scraping up poop off a road. It was so bad, but that's really what it reminded me of. A blonde and a redhead have a ranch. They have just lost their bull. The women need to buy another, but only have $500. The redhead tells the blonde, I will go to the market and see if I can find one for under that amount. If I can, I will send you a telegram. She goes to the market and finds one for $499. Having only $1 left, she goes to the telegraph office and finds out that it costs $1 per word. She is stumped on how to tell the blonde to bring a truck and trailer. Finally, she tells the telegraph operator to send the word comfortable. Skeptical, the operator asks, how will she know to come with the trailer from just that word? The redhead replies, she's a blonde, so she reads slow. Comfortable. That's also offensive. Blondes aren't stupid. Why is that a thing? A teacher asked her students to use the word beans in a sentence. My father grows beans, said one girl. My mother cooks beans, said a boy. A third student spoke up. We are all human beings. That's not even that funny. Ha ha ha, look what I found. A totally original joke. Why was 6 scared of 7? Because 7, 8, 9. Oh, I've never heard that one before. That was so good. Okay, next joke, please. I need to find one that's actually good. Why couldn't the blonde add 10 plus 5 in a calculator? Another blonde joke. She couldn't find the 10 button. Ha! That's bad. In a Catholic school cafeteria, a nun places a note in front of a pile of apples. Only take one. God is watching. Further down the line is a pile of cookies. A little boy makes his own note. Take all you want. God is watching the apples. No. I thought this site was called Clean Jokes. I knew that one. I'm not going to include that. Okay, can a kangaroo jump higher than the Empire State Building? Of course, the Empire State Building can't jump. Instead of the John, I call my toilet the gym. That way it sounds better when I say I go to the gym first thing every morning. No. And also, who calls the toilet the John? Is that like some kind of English thing that I don't know about? A bus full of ugly people had a head-on collision with a truck. When they died, God granted all of them one wish. The first person said, I want to be gorgeous. God snapped his fingers, and it happened. No way. The second person said the same thing, and God did the same thing. This went on and on through the group. God noticed the last man in line was laughing hysterically. By the time God got to the last 10 people, the last man was laughing and rolling on the ground. When the man's turn came, he laughed and said, I wish they were all ugly again. That's kind of okay. Oh, that joke was uploaded by Love Laugh. Interesting. A boy asks his father, Dad, are bugs good to eat? That's disgusting. Don't talk about things like that over dinner, the dad replies. After dinner, the father asks, Now, son, what did you want to ask me? Oh, nothing, the boy says. There was a bug in your soup, but now it's gone. I kind of like that. Did you hear about the kidnapping at school? It's okay. He woke up. A husband and wife were driving through Louisiana. As they approached Natchitoches, I don't know how to pronounce that, they started arguing about the pronunciation of the town. They argued back and forth, then they stopped for lunch. At the counter, the husband asked the blonde waitress, Why is it always got to be blondes? Jeez. Before we order, could you please settle an argument for us? Would you please pronounce where we are very slowly? She leaned over the counter and said, Burger King. Why did the witches' team lose the baseball game? Their bats flew away. Well, this one's long. There was an elderly couple who, in their old age, noticed that they were getting a lot more forgetful, so they decided to go to the doctor. The doctor told them that they should start writing things down so they don't forget. They went home, and the old lady told her husband to get her a bowl of ice cream. "You might want to write it down," she said. The husband said, "No, I can remember that you want a bowl of ice cream." She then told her husband she wanted a bowl of ice cream with whipped cream. "Write it down," she told him. And again he said, No, I can remember. You want a bowl of ice cream with whipped cream." Then the old lady said she wants a bowl of ice cream with whipped cream and a cherry on top. "Write it down," she told her husband. And again he said, "No, I got it. You want a bowl of ice cream with whipped cream and a cherry on top." So he goes to get the ice cream and spends an unusually long time in the kitchen, over 30 minutes. He comes out to his wife and hands her a plate of eggs and bacon. The old wife stares at the plate for a moment, then looks at her husband and asks, "Where's the toast?" That's pretty good. Ish. I don't really want to say that anything on here is good. A proud and confident genius makes a bet with an idiot. The genius says, "Hey, idiot, every question I ask you that you don't know the answer, you have to give me $5. If you ask me a question and I can't answer yours, I will give you $5,000. The idiot says, "Okay." The genius then asks, "How many continents are there in the world?" The idiot doesn't know and hands over the $5. The idiot says, "Now me ask, what animal stands with 2 legs but sleeps with 3? The genius tries and searches very hard for the answer, but gives up and hands over the $5,000. The genius says, "Dang it, I lost. By the way, what was the answer to your question?" The idiot hands over $5. I like that one, actually. That one was pretty good. Late one night, a burglar broke into a house, and while he was sneaking around, he heard a voice say, "Jesus is watching you." He looked around and saw nothing. He kept on creeping, and again he heard, "Jesus is watching you." In a dark corner, he saw a cage with a parrot inside. The burglar asked the parrot, "Was it you who said Jesus is watching me?" The parrot replied, "Yes." Relieved, the burglar asked, "What is your name?" The parrot said, "Clarence." The burglar said, "That's a stupid name for a parrot. What idiot named you Clarence?" The parrot answered, "The same idiot that named the Rottweiler Jesus." Oh, woo. What starts with E, ends with E, and only has one letter in it? I already know the answer to this. It's an envelope. Yep, boom, envelope. There was this guy at a bar, just looking at his drink. He stays like that for a half hour. Then a big trouble-making truck driver steps next to him, takes the drink from the guy, and just drinks it all down. The poor man starts crying. Sensitive much? The truck driver says, "Come on, man, I was just joking. Here, I'll buy you another drink." "I just can't stand to see a man cry." "No, it's not that," the man replies, wiping his tears. "This day is the worst day of my life. First I oversleep, and I go in late to my office. My outraged boss fires me. When I leave the building to go to my car, I find out it was stolen. The police say they can do nothing. I get a cab to go home, and when I get out, I remember I left my wallet. The cab driver just drives away. I go into my house, where I find my wife in bed with the gardener. I leave my home, come up to this bar, and just when I was thinking about putting an end to my life, you show up and drink my poison." That's really dark. Oh my God. Oh. Teacher, which book has helped you the most in your life? Student, my father's checkbook. Okay. Why did Adele cross the road? To sing hello from the other side. No, that's bad. Math teacher, If I have 5 bottles in one hand and 6 in the other hand, what do I have? Student, a drinking problem. Ha 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 ha. Why does Humpty Dumpty love autumn? Because Humpty Dumpty had a great fall. Oh, this one's way too long. On their way to get married, a young Catholic couple is involved in a fatal car accident. The couple found themselves sitting outside the pearly gates, waiting for Saint Peter to process them into heaven. While waiting, they began to wonder, could they possibly get married in heaven? When Saint Peter showed up, they asked him. Saint Peter said, I don't know. This is the first time anyone has asked. Let me go find out. And he left. The couple sat and waited and waited. 2 months passed, and the couple were still waiting. While waiting, they began to wonder, what would happen if it didn't work out? Could you get a divorce in heaven? After yet another month, St. Peter finally returned, looking somewhat bedraggled. Yes, he informed the couple, you can get married in heaven. Great, said the couple, but we were just wondering, what if things don't work out? Could we also get a divorce in heaven? St. Peter, red-faced with anger, slammed his clipboard on the ground. What's wrong? Asked the frightened couple. Oh, come on, St. Peter shouted. It took me 3 months to find a priest up here. Do you have any idea how long it'll take for me to find a lawyer? That's all right. I was wondering why the ball kept getting bigger and bigger, and then it hit me. Why couldn't the leopard play hide and seek? Because he was always spotted. This one's like an 18-page story. I don't really want to read that. My friend told me he had the body of a Greek god. I had to explain to him that Buddha is not Greek. That one's alright. I'm not going to do too many more. What do you call a pig that does karate? A pork chop. Yeah, but he's not the chop. He can be doing a chop, but he's not the chop until he gets turned into a pork chop, and we don't want to go that far. A man got hit in the head with a can of Coke, but he was alright, because it was a soft drink. Oh. A police officer attempts to stop a car for speeding, and the guy gradually increases his speed until he's topping 100 miles per hour. The man eventually realizes he can't escape and finally pulls over. The cop approaches the car and says, It's been a long day and my shift is almost over, so if you can give me a good excuse for your behavior, I'll let you go. The guy thinks for a few seconds and then says, My wife ran away with the cop about a week ago. I thought you might be that officer trying to give her back. This one is literally, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 paragraphs. How is Christmas like your job? You do all the work and the fat guy in the suit gets all the credit. Hey, that's actually pretty funny. I like that. 2 guys are walking through a game park and they come across a lion that has not eaten for days. The lion starts chasing the 2 men. They run as fast as they can, and the one guy starts getting tired and decides to say a prayer. Please turn this lion into a Christian Lord. He looks to see if the lion is still chasing, and he sees the lion on its knees. Happy to see his prayer answered, he turns around and heads toward the lion. As he comes closer to the lion, he hears it saying a prayer. Thank you, Lord, for the food I am about to receive. These are all like religious and stuff. Hold on a second. What happens when you witness a shipwreck? You let it sink in. My ex-wife was deaf. She left me for a deaf friend of hers. To be honest, I would have seen the signs, or I should have seen the signs. Knock, knock. Who's there? Soup. Soup who? Superman. What's Whitney Houston's favorite type of coordination? Hand-eye! Okay. What do you call a guy with a rubber toe? Roberto. What do you call a fish with no eyes? A fish. What did Dr. Dre say when 50 Cent gave him a sweater? G-Unit. What's large, gray, and doesn't matter? An irrelevant. What is the opposite of Christopher Reeve? Christopher Walken. What are a ninja's favorite type of shoes? Sneakers. Who will take the second shot in this snooker game? Find out after the break. On this video. There's gonna be a break. What didn't the melons get married? Okay, I'm gonna assume it's why didn't the melons get married? Because they cantaloupe. What? Last one. What does a cannibal do after dumping his girlfriend? He wipes his butt. Okay, so those were some really bad jokes. I hope you at least enjoyed the video mildly, and see you later. Bye.